What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Jack 3 Semi-Blind. Jesse and I have just started talking about toxic fighting game characters.
See, Ollie, this is funny because I know you play Smash. You're probably going to say, Ness! No, Ness is bad.
No. You have to clarify the whole thing. They weren't part of this. So, who in Super Smash Bros. Do you consider your the most toxic character? There are no wrong answers.
I know what Trevor's answer is, but
I haven't actually played against her. My hatred of that character isn't exactly fair.
But
I didn't know where to go. I just took a shot.
She's really hard to use, but like
I know
she doesn't play like any other Smash character. She's like she's like from a different game, literally. But no, the most toxic character in Smash, at least according to the community and myself, now that I understand it, is Sonic, because literally all you do is in a time match, wouldn't be your stock match, is get the percentage lead and then run. Or if you really want to close it out, get a stock, because Sonic is actually has some decent tools for that.
Yeah.
Especially on Wi-Fi. And then you just literally run. And you just hide at the edge of the stage on top of a platform. And then what are they gonna do? They come after you, they jump. Cool. Jump and up B. That's it. Nobody can jump faster than that. And then you run to the other side of the screen. And again, who's gonna catch you? You're Sonic.
You're Sonic the Hedgehog.
So that's literally how you play Sonic.
That's really funny.
And that's so like, yes, Ness's PK Fire, incredibly annoying, but at least he's attempting to fight you.
I was telling Jesse I was watching these videos from a guy called True Underdog, and he has way more views than I do, so I don't know, go check him out, I guess. I don't know why I'm advertising for another channel, but True Underdog has some really cool videos where he talks about, like, the weirdest characters in fighting games, and, like, what the shit? Is it gonna hurt me?
It's like the curled Veronica tentacle.
I'm a little... I forgot about that. That was so funny. Do I just walk... It just slaps me in the face. Shoot it. It flinches, falls to the ground. It's like, oh! It slaps me again. What the F, bro? That was so funny. Oh, gosh. Get out of here. Anyway, True Underdog has these videos where he talks about weird fighting game characters, and I just watched this video where he's talking about specifically Netherrealm characters, like most toxic Netherrealm characters, most interesting, most awkward. And the video on Enchantress is really something else. I really implore everyone to go check that out, or at least go watch a match.
Some ammo, dude.
What was it?
We were a gun.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I implore people, go watch the video he does on Enchantress. It's so funny, and it gives you a lot of really makes me appreciate how much work developers put into a lot of their characters. Like, because obviously the person who came up with this idea for this character had so much love for what they did. Like, they just built the weirdest character they could come up with. They were like, how do we make this character? And they were like, I don't know, like, let's just make her as awkward and strange as possible. Not so she's bad. No. And she's not bad. She's just nutty. By the way, I thought we were in the Metalhead nest, and there's like, I guess the Metalheads are aligned with the Darkmakers, because like, here we are, you know, and there's just Darkmaker guys in here.
You need some health real bad.
I know, man. I'm suffering right now. This gun is really good, too. Every gun in this game, like, eventually the end game of this game is every power weapon is incredible. And even now, I'm out of ammo with that gun. Cool, I'm just gonna swap over to my grenade launcher and just blow people up. Like,
if I got a question, what's your favorite gun in a first-person shooter, then, of all time?
Ah, buddy.
That's easy. That's an easy answer for me.
Is it?
Go on.
That's easy for you?
I'll let you answer it.
There's
some really good ones, but yeah.
Is there a gun that I was like really attached to? I'm trying to figure out if there's like something that I'm just gonna actually take the safe approach here.
I'm just gonna start going through games for you, and then you can compare. So like, what's your favorite gun in Modern Warfare 2?
Ranger shotguns are pretty dope.
Not the Uzi?
How do I? Oh, Uzi, yeah, I use the hell.
But is that your favorite gun of all time?
In that game? No, not at all. That game is...
So then, yeah, that eliminates that game entirely. Okay, so like...
Halo,
feels so
unfair.
Just go for Halo.
Needler.
That's your favorite gun in Halo?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite first-person shooter gun of all time?
I don't think so.
Well, then that eliminates Halo.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Right? Well, if it's your favorite entire gun across the entire series.
I want to say if I'm going to find a gun from, like, a particular series that I think, like, wins.
Across all of them, yeah.
I feel like it's going to be in, like, Time Splitters, maybe. I really like the guns in Time Splitters.
What's your favorite gun in Time Splitters?
See, that's tough, too. I don't actually know. I have to think about it. So, anyway, why don't you just tell me what yours is? Because I don't know what mine is.
I would take this gun everywhere. The RCP-90.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Farsight.
No, Farsight's not even my favorite gun in Perfect Dark.
What is your favorite gun in Perfect Dark?
I don't know, probably the AR-34, like the Callisto.
There's a lot of cool guns.
I don't know, though, Perfect Dark's got some good guns, but the reason why the RCP-90 is so good, like, Perfect Dark has the RCP-120, but it's just, they nerfed it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's so funny, because the RCP-90 is probably more realistic to what the gun's actually like in real life. Because it's meant to be a submachine gun, armor-piercing gun.
Okay, actually, I meant to ask you, that was going to be my next question. I was going to say, if it's a real gun, like, if that's the goal, like, they're like, here's a real gun, or this is based on
Well, no, it's not because it's a real gun. It's just because in that game, it's so good. In any game, if I put the RCP-90 in Halo, it would literally be my go-to. Like, you would literally imagine using the RCP-90 on an Elite's armors, and it's just like, it's dead.
Thank goodness I finished that section.
Was it difficult? Oh, you're almost dead.
I'd love to stay in chat, but I have an appointment with the most powerful beings in the universe.
You're through, metal monkey! Don't make me come over there and sick Jack on you.
You're too late. I've already awakened the Dark Mega Ship. When I come back, I will be wielding the very power of the Precursors. I'll see you boys soon.
Look at that, it's cool. It's amazing. It's reacting to the dark stuff. Ah, it's gonna blow!
How unstable is this technology that it was literally like, I touched this rock, and the whole building is like, I guess it's coming down. What is this hero shot of the slow-mo jump? I'm surprised it didn't blow up. Was that in town the whole time, that big asparagus?
Yeah, man.
Did no one address the big asparagus?
No.
Nice, silver trophy. Sick. Getting those mad
Gee, I wonder why Trevor's like level is so much higher than me. Well, you play more games than I do, but it's because you play stuff like this when they're like silver, 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 gold, 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 silver, silver.
I'd like to see you get the Isaac Platinum.
Whereas me, I know that's true, but also I'm playing games like Tony Hawk where they're like grind for 10 hours.
Yeah, pass on that. I also don't go for trophies often. If I can.
Well, I figured for Tony Hawk, I'm like, yeah, I could probably do it. I mean, I'm well versed in this series, and what's there to do? Like finish the game 100% and then get all the gaps and maybe some multiplayer, and I'm good. And then you're like,
nah, no, no. You got a little more to do. Like, what's a little more, Tony Hawk? Like a few things. Oh shit. No, I'm not a big trophy guy. I don't earn trophies. The only games I obligate myself to get trophies on, and this is bizarre, but it's Ratchet and Clank. I have I have the plats for every Ratchet and Clank game that has trophies, with the exception, I have to clarify, of the online turret defense one, which by the way is a great co-op game if you're ever looking for one. Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault, super fun game. Ratchet and Clank FFA is a super fun game, but I don't have the platinum for that because I think if I remember it has some weirdos because it's like an online game, you know. I don't do games online trophies like that. I'm not a big fan of stuff like that. It's never been for me. Come on, get in the hole. Get in the hole.
Jack, we're in serious trouble.
Onin says there are strange forces at work. Fate has been twisted by something more powerful than anything she has ever seen in her many years. Something now awake deep in the catacombs.
Let me guess. You blowhards want us to go down there, correct?
The best access to the catacombs is on the...
I like Oracle here, just...
Sometimes, I really hate you guys.
Onin says she sees your fate turning black with uncertainty. Onin says it will be very dangerous indeed. Onin says Hecker will escort you to the catacombs and... What? What did you say?
You will be Onin's eyes and Jack's wisdom. You must do this.
Okay, fine. But I am gone the moment that things get sticky. You two, get to the catacomb entrance and take care of business. I'll meet you there when the coast is clear.
What person was like, here's what we do. We're gonna make a monkey parrot.
We need backup.
Yeah. You guys will
well,
get
yeah,
your
no,
back
so,
up.
like, go back. Like, the RCP-90, like, just imagine that thing in Halo, and imagine using it on an elite shields, and you can see how, like, quickly it would just shred them.
Oh, you know what I think gets the cake for me, dude?
What?
It's not... I thought it was going to be Time Splitters. You know what? I don't think anything quite hits, like, the super shotgun from Doom. I think that might be number one. The super shotgun from Doom just dunks hard. And if it's not the super shotgun, in Doom 2016, the Gauss gun, I have a lot of really fond memories of taking the charge. Like, when you can charge it up with the power-up, you can, like, hit a Baron of Hell in the head, and it literally leaves a giant gaping hole in that, like, the biggest enemy in Doom 2016. You can one-shot and, like, shoot a hole, like a giant crater in that guy's face with the super shotgun. It's a really cool, or not the super shotgun, the
yeah, some guns just feel good, and for me, as just the RCP-90, it has 80 rounds, you can dual wield it, it kills everything in that game, and if it was in any other game, it would also kill them.
I think that's gotta be my answer, man. I think it's probably...
It's kind of like what you said, remember in Apex, I was like, I wish I could use the RCP-90, and you said, dude, if you could, nobody would use anything else.
The thing about Apex, and again, don't get me wrong, you and I are having a lot of fun with Apex and stuff. The thing about Apex is I always think about, like, a game like that. Wait a sec, I just want to see what the upgrade is. And I always think about how whenever you and I just drop into an arena, we're like, there's no guns here. We're dead. Oh, super... I actually would like that.
You're not allowed.
You know why? Because I don't have the mass inverter upgrade. Great. Whatever, who cares? We're like done this game anyway. Is that a precursor, right?
Probably.
Alright, well that's 1 down, 7 to go. I just want to go do the story, please. Kind of looks like it's right here, doesn't it? Am I the crazy person?
It's above you.
You think it's on the other side of the wall or something? Oh, I have to grind up there, I think. Maybe? Question mark? Looks kind of like that. Am I
Tony
wrong?
Hawk, you would.
Playing too much Tony Hawk. And you're like, impossible, Trevor. Impossible. Damn it. I didn't have enough momentum. Am I the crazy person
Maybe you
here?
gotta go from the other side, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I'll open the actual map and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, this actually might be the solution. Sick! We're in! 6 score! Again, I like how Jack and Dexter don't talk to each other at all. They're just like... They spend every moment of every day together. They just don't have anything to say anymore.
The only hombres tough and crazy enough to take on these things are the Wastelanders.
You're a genius.
Yeah, that trinket's worth about as much as you'd get from a broke-down pawn shop in Southtown.
What? What? That seems like an oddly specific reference equated to the lore of this video game that doesn't actually make sense in a real setting. A broke-down porn shop in
Pawn shop.
Oh, was it?
Sure.
I thought. Okay, all right, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. It still doesn't make sense. My standard is still. Come on, it's trying to slide me off this cliff. Hi guys. What are you guys up to? Hanging out later, or like, what's the plan?
Do you get an achievement for 200 of those, Trevor? Because you got a silver for getting a bunch at one point. So go get 200 of them.
Okay.
You're literally ignoring one.
Am I?
You're literally ignoring a second one. Yeah.
What, these?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean metalheads? I thought you meant precursor of.
Yeah, I know. You're almost at a 200 of them. See if you got a trophy for getting a bunch at one point. So
I don't
you
even
can
give a damn about these trophies.
I know, but why not? You're like 2 away from 200.
Probably get them on. Nope.
Ah, okay. Well, go get those eggs.
I want the eggs. That's what I'm interested in because there's an upgrade, like an in-game upgrade for this.
Well, now you only need 1.
Wow, that actually just kind of worked itself out. Duck Game gun. Oh man, I haven't played Duck Game in so long. I had a craving for playing some co-op Borderlands 3 the other day. But it was more specifically because I heard that Hunter the Hungry song come on, and I immediately thought of like, Jesse, do it! Bum 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 bum. Gosh. You know what? I've been making fun of this game like, the power-ups and stuff, I've made fun of a lot. But you know what? When you actually use the, like, dark and light powers, they're actually quite useful. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I can't move. I can't move. Sick. That move would be much cooler if it didn't use up all of my dark
Well, go get some then.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go take a sip from this fountain. And it really does look like, what do you do? Like, you stick your mouth on the vent, or like, how does... They like look at each other and Jack just goes like... I'm gonna kill Barry Praxis. It's actually kind of funny because I don't really hear Jack in any other way anymore. Like, I've always hear him. What the hell are these things? Get away from me. Yeah, I don't hear Jack's voice in anything else anymore. Like, this is how I always hear Jack's voice now. Wow, I killed this guy so hard I've, like, lagged the game. But, like, his voice is obviously very, not iconic, but, like, enough for me, it makes enough sense that, like, I just have always heard him this way. No, wrong powers, Jack. Because Ratchet always used to talk, Jack didn't, so... It's odd to think that, like, technically Daxter's the voice of the series, not Jack.
Yeah.
Wow, this game can't even handle, like, when you kill more than a few enemies at the same time. It's like... Yeah, the GL is really good. It's just hard to justify using other guns when every gun is just so good. Like, what gun do you want to use? I don't know. I guess I'll use the grenade launcher that one-shots people. Unsure if this is the way we need to go, but they're giving me boxes, so I must be. Downside to Light Jack, he has to take a minute because he has a headache when he's done doing it. I killed that one dude. I totally missed. See that one that I missed and it ended up behind me? Totally planned. Totally planned. Yeah, I totally planned it. Alright, you ready to see my other Jack power I never use? Here it comes. You ever see me bust that one out? Because I never do it. And again, I made fun of them for like, here's this Dark Jack power that you need to use to bust open this wall. And you and I were both like, yeah, I wonder when we'll get to do this again. Apparently all the time.
Yeah.
They're really proud of it. Look how he runs. Flailing those arms all over the place. Am I gonna die? Okay, well, there was a moment there, you know, I just didn't know.
Why don't you turn off your Dark Jack?
No!
Maybe not there, but, you know.
Why don't you turn off your Dark Jack? Sure, that's a good idea. Oh! I mean, obviously you didn't know, right? But, like, that's pretty funny. You're right, Jesse, that's a good idea. Thank you. I know what I gotta do. I know what I must do, but I don't know if I'm strong enough. I don't know the exact Star Wars quote. I mean, I know every Star Wars quote. What am I talking about? I'm the Star Wars quote master. I know what I must do, but I don't know if Rey's into me yet. And that was the exact quote. And then I think Han Solo whispers something in his ear like, "No one likes you, Kylo." And then he dies. He dies of disappointment. That's actually the canon ending. Fuck! I deserved that. I deserved that. Gosh. I was talking to someone about the new trilogy, and it really did drum up some, like, anger that I didn't actually know I had. Like, I'm not even joking you. Because, like, the whole Rey not having to earn any of her Force powers really does bother me.
It's easy to think about when you just don't pretend that it's not canon and the books are still the canon.
But, like, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, this woman literally, like, shows up. And the thing is, if you wanted to train Finn, and it has nothing to do with him being, like, a man or black, I'm saying if you wanted to train Finn, an interesting character, like an ex-stormtrooper, and you give him a lightsaber, and he doesn't know he has the Force yet because he's, you know, awkward about it, and it takes him a few fights. it'd be more interesting to imply that Finn has the Force because
he's
he's...
the same
no,
thing
hold
with
on,
Rey,
hold on.
too.
Well, here's the thing. It'd be more interesting to imply that Finn had the Force and he didn't know about it because he lands a hit on Kylo, which is incredible for a man who's never trained in the ways of the Force, right? Whereas the difference is, oh my gosh, sometimes I feel like I should just use my light powers because those platforms are janky. Okay, but like when you do the same thing with Finn, where you imply that, like, you know, do subtle things. But how do they show that Rey has the Force? She's locked to a table, and she does a Jedi trick that no one has ever shown her before, or ever talked about around her.
But she was trained as a kid for like the 20 seconds, which is funny, because I'm like...
Because she doesn't remember her past, so it's not like that training would affect her.
You know, like, because I was going to say, because people are like, well, Anakin was super powerful. I'm like, Anakin trained for like 15 years!
And Anakin also...
Still lost!
No, here's the thing. Also subtly shown to have the Force when he's doing the pod race, and he's incredibly staying alive in a incredibly dangerous death sport. It's not like Anakin was like... It's not like Anakin was just like, oh yeah, no, I've got this perfectly down, or I know how to use the Force.
He still had to put in effort and learn how to do it properly.
Yeah, he didn't like just be like, oh yes, I've never seen the Force before in my life. Watch me mind control some stormtroopers. No, man, Anakin was like, oh,
But even like when he was good, he still like
I think
trained.
I was supposed to grind that.
When he fought Dooku after training for 10 years, he
still lost. It wasn't like, here's the Sith Lord. Watch
he didn't beat Dooku until after he comes back in his prime as like multiple years later.
Oh my gosh, thank you for that sweet auto adjuster. I was dead.
It's the same reason why Luke could beat Vader at the end of the trilogy and not in the middle or the beginning.
I mean, obviously...
And even then, Vader wasn't going hard on him because they were trying to turn him to the dark side.
Yeah.
If Vader wanted Luke dead, Luke probably still wouldn't have won that final fight.
Absolutely. I don't trust those platforms. I know I probably don't need to fly over them like I've been doing. I just really don't trust those platforms. How do I dark jack? There we go. I don't even know what these bug things are. Like... Oh, whoops. Nope. That's good. Oh, shoot. I accidentally did my Dark Jackenstein. But yeah, like, that's the thing, though. It's power is earned. It's not like...
How about the part where she knew how to fly the Millennium Falcon perfectly and even better than Han did?
Can we, how about that part where it's just shown after no period of time has changed, where she's literally floating? Remember, she's like floating and all the rocks and shit are circling her in like a helix kind of force.
Listen, man, I think my favorite moment was when she never fired the turret on the Millennium Falcon before, but then she literally comes back to save the day in Last Jedi and gets a triple kill with her first shot ever from this thing.
I love that you describe it. Triple kill. Sorry, I
but
just
it's
hear the Halo voice.
Ridiculous. It's like, remember how much effort they had to put into using those turrets in the first New Hope?
Yeah.
Including Han, who's probably used them multiple times before.
Of course.
But this and Rey's just like,
got
triple kill, one shot. I'm so good.
I like you made like a munching sound. Like, damn, I'm good.
I just can't get over that triple kill. I'm sorry, I think my favorite moment from Rise of Skywalker is when Rey Force Lightnings the ship
was the best part.
And blows it up and it's like,
Dude! Come on, man!
And she got the wrong ship anyway, even though apparently she can sense Chewie's life. But, you know, whatever.
Dude! This is the native Jedi, like... Oh my god.
Like, I pointed this out to you, but like the McGuffin that they have, the knife, where it's like, they'll line it up on the perfect spot, up against the broken Death Star, and then it shows you the room.
No.
It's Palpatine's throne room, by the way. You think that would be the first room you would check anyways.
Wait a sec, wait.
Where have you been? I've molted 3 times already, just waiting for you. Onan says we must get through the palace ruins, but I think... Uh-oh.
Jack, let me just say, before it's all over, riding on your shoulder, although it is kind of bony and uncomfortable, well, You've been a good pal.
You too, Dax. These adventures, they've been great.
Someone call for an army?
You're a long way from the desert. I thought you said a smart warrior never takes his opponent head on.
That depends on how hard your skull is. I'd say you and I are both rather headstrong.
Don't make me do it.
Let's finish this.
Deimos, please. Deimos.
Alive, Jack.
Oh, I don't know if I would rather drive or if I would rather shoot.
Dark precursors.
Oh, good.
You probably want to shoot, Trevor. You're like CJ.
I'm like C tier.
I said CJ from San Andreas. No, what were we talking about before this?
Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the knife that if you stand at this particular angle, at this particular spot, and open up the sides, it points to you the exact position of the destroyed Star Destroyer, or the Death Star, that you need to go to get the second McGuffin. By the way, they had the droid the entire time, which also had the coordinates to Exegol.
No, let me just. Okay, I have problems with it for a different reason. So they talk about this Sith artifact that leads them to like some sort of incredible Sith homeworld. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's ancient. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's actually
No.
ancient. I think it's a guy that Palpatine used to like assassinate people. So it's not ancient Sith.
Okay, because I was gonna say, how do you program this like whole stupid spy hunt based on where the Death Star is going to land?
No. I'm pretty sure that guy knew Palpatine. I'm pretty sure Palpatine used him
But
as
how
an
do
assassin.
you plan for where the Death Star is going to land?
Shut up! Probably because it's already been. It's been 20 years. I guess they're just like, let's have.
But Exegol, all right.
You know what though? I'm gonna say this right now. First of all, standing on that specific spot would have been downright impossible. Second of all, the McGuffin was in the throne room. The first place I would check for a Palpatine Sith artifact.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like we should do a once-over in Palpatine's throne room. It just feels like the most obvious place where Palpatine would have hidden something. And they were like, dude, you're being paranoid. Palpatine wouldn't do that.
But also, they needed the knife to have the, to get to the Exegol from the space cancer.
Yeah.
But they could have just flown around it, because it was just in a one specific spot. 1. 2, they took the Sith robot with them, who had the coordinates if they just plugged him into the computer the whole time.
Yeah, okay, and all right. You and I like to rip, but here's the thing. That movie was rewritten 3 times.
I get it. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I understand it. I think the movie is actually worse than The Last Jedi, but it doesn't piss me off as much because I understand that they really had nothing to work off of.
Yeah, I mean, like, the movie literally was like, we're gonna test screen this
movie. But
movie.
it basically took the last pieces of the original trilogy and said, let's ruin it all. Like, we already ruined it this much, let's go the whole way.
The thing is, man, like, to the credit of those poor writers, like we said before, they test screened the movie, and people were like, this is hot trash. And then they were like, shit, so what do? We have to reshoot and rewrite. So they rewrite the movie, and they show it to producers, and they're like, this movie sucks. And they were like, crap, I guess we don't really have time to do it again. So what was the response? I guess we have to rewrite this movie again because we don't really have much else we can do. And then we end up with what we end up with. And that sucks.
That's the best one they had, too, which is crazy.
Like, that sucks, but, like, you gotta, those poor people.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, it's the original trilogy, it's, like, pointless now. Everyone's story ends.
By the way, did you see that sweet drift I just did? I don't think I was supposed to get over here that way.
You didn't, though. You can't, yeah, but, like, Luke is, like, gone completely different character. Han's gone backwards. Palpatine was never killed. Vader never fulfilled his prophecy.
Oh shit, I fell.
And Rey, a Palpatine, was the one who saved the day in the end.
Sounds good.
But they retconned that in the books. Rey was not actually a Palpatine. Apparently, it's a failed. She's the daughter of a failed clone of Palpatine who was not powerful in the Force.
Oh my gosh,
so they just keep
stupid.
I keep hearing about all these retcons they do from that movie, and I'm like, you guys are just making it worse. Just stop.
The thing is, you gotta, like, I would rather you own it. And I'm sure
honestly,
people are like,
there's rumors of Disney just like wiping the canon clean again and just restarting. And honestly, at this point, you might as well. they've already squandered the original cast. The only one left is like Mark Hamill, because Han, so Harrison Ford is not going to come back.
I mean, Harrison Ford's too old.
And
for
Carrie
that, to be
Fisher
honest. Carrie
is
Fisher's
dead,
dead,
unfortunately.
yeah.
So they had all the pieces, but then they squandered it. At this point, wipe it clean and start 50 years in the future with the height of the New Republic, and there's a new threat.
Yeah. Change the threat. Change the threat. Outright.
The Empire's gone. Yes, the Imperial Remnant was a thing.
No Death Stars,
The
please.
Imperial Remnant was a thing, but by 50 years, they should be eventually eradicated.
Yeah. No more.
You can even use the stupid Use-Ahead Vaughn or whatever if you want, or something similar to them. Just don't make it Rebels versus Empire again.
Yeah.
I know that everyone was like, woo, yes, this is totally Star Wars. But it's like, no, listen. That was the original Star Wars, but that story is over. They won. Why are we doing this again?
It'd be like if Jack. Here's the thing. It'd be like if Jack 2.
It's like if Resistance 3 just decided to.
Shut up! That actually happened though. Okay, so Jesse brings up an interesting point, and I don't think I've ever vented about this on any of our Let's Plays or anything. So, Resistance, love Resistance, great series. I definitely was supposed to just do that the right way. There was definitely a bridge. I jumped it. Oh, thank goodness, I had no health.
Damos!
Not bad driving, kid. It was a good fight. And a good day to die. I'm very proud to have been by your side in the end. This world is not yet out of heroes.
We did well together. Don't move, Al.
Please, promise me one thing. Promise me you'll find my son, Mar. You'll know him when you see this. He's wearing an amulet just like it. A symbol of our lineage with the great House of Mar. Save the people, Jack. They need you.
Father.
Yes, you were that child.
Oh, how long were you
I
watching
took you
this?
from Deimos, hoping to harness your eco powers for my experiments. Then I lost you to the underground. You seem upset. Did I tell you too late? You were the son of the great warrior Deimos. Oh, and he never knew. How delightful.
Ah! Bigger!
Thank you for opening the
That
door
was
to
a
the
Super Saiyan
precursors.
moment.
I'll be back to put you out of your misery.
No, not one of these, please, please. No.
Without a fuss this time.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it. It's just that nobody hurts my best friend and lives to brag about it. Let's get him.
It's a cute little sequence there. Okay, so this is where the plot gets really hinky. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pause. Yes, trophy. No, not one of these. Please let me. I can't pause. Okay, that's all. That's all for this episode. I'm gonna quickly finish with the Star Wars thing, so I don't have to carry into the next episode. But essentially, the guy who played Finn in the new trilogy had an interview where he talks about how Disney essentially used him to promote a false movie
because
to
they
get
didn't
people
do
into the
anything.
theater.
He was the best new character in my opinion.
He was the best,
and
new
they
character.
did nothing with him.
Absolutely nothing with him. In the first movie, he's a central part of the plot. By the second movie,
nothing.
he's comic relief. They literally send him away on
and
a
when he
red
had his
herring.
movement, he had his moment,
Yeah,
and they ruined it.
dude, when
With
he's
the most impossible physics-based thing I've ever seen.
But here's the thing. So they in the second movie, they literally get rid of him to go find a hacker.
Which
that
has
doesn't
nothing
do
to do with
anything.
anything.
Yeah, so they literally send him off in the next movie. By the third movie,
He did nothing.
he did nothing. They put him on a horse and ride on a thing. It's stupid. But anyway, he talks in an interview about how unhappy he was.
It's funny because he mentions he's like, you knew what to do with Kylo and
Ray.
Rey, but you didn't know what to do with me. Hilarious because everyone's like, You're wrong about that part. They had no idea what to do with those two characters.
Okay, guys, join us in the next part where we do Nightmare Tube.
They didn't do anything with any of the characters.
All right, take
Kylo
it
was
easy,
the
y'all.
only decent one, but
Okay, bye.
see ya. All right, I gotta take a wicked yes.
Okay, you go take a wicked yes. We're like almost done this.
Resistance.
Well, yeah, I forgot about the resistance rant.